And we are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gaming with Gyozaplanet with your host, Gyozaplanet. We're going to be doing some TABG today, and hopefully today trying to get a win, and ideally not run into the same dude from yesterday. If you watched yesterday's episode, which apparently nobody has, sad times, I know, but basically we had both of our end games and one very, very potential win, brutally interrupted by this dude named underscore Valence. No clue who it is. Don't think I've seen him before. And yeah, not pleasant. So hopefully, either they are asleep or busy working or something, or they just get ambushed by somebody with a Gospo katana. Which now that I think about it, that would be a very effective and incredibly dangerous and highly rage-inducing loadout. Whatever. Anyways, point is, yeah, so hopefully we're gonna actually try and get a win today. Yeah, so I hope all of you are doing well. I'm doing better. I had an exam today, philosophy. It was Karl Marx, aka the guy who invented the basis of this philosophy of communism, not the economic system communism. And then Nietzsche, which is basically like, he definitely wasn't the creator, but he was like, I suppose, like the dude who made nihilism popular, which is basically just a belief that like life is meaningless. Or no, not really. He didn't say life was meaningless. He said our current way of life is meaningless. So basically, Nietzsche can be resumed in like the most famous statement about him, which is, God is dead and we are the ones who killed him. Now what he's referring to, that's a very blanket statement. It's a cliche way of what he was actually trying to say is that the values in society we have set up, that we use God as a metaphor for, have been so abused, misused, and bloated, basically, to the point that the original society we had no longer exists. What does he mean by this? Well, Nietzsche was very, very, very much against Plato, known as like the big granddad of philosophy, and the one on. He was basically the person behind a good chunk of how we do things, at least in like Western society, quote unquote Western society, like the U.S., Europe, and stuff like that, especially back at like turn of the 20th century, so that'd be 19 something ish, 1910, 20s, 30s. Most of it was somehow, if you did the history and you looked back into it, it was related to him. There's Plato, that is. I wonder what an ambient inclusion looks like. That actually looks better. Hold on. I'm gonna try that. I know it puts a minor performance hit, but I just... I don't know. Anyways, point is... So, basically, a quick rundown on Plato, if you've never heard of him or his philosophy. What he said was basically, there are two worlds in our reality. There's the physical world, aka what you can touch, see, smell, and everything, but that's a trap. It's not actually the real world, quote unquote, or quote quote, as it is. It's a reflection of the actual world, the world of ideas, aka the ideal world, or perfect world. Not. And so, basically, what he believed is like kind of what he says in his very, very famous metaphor about whatchamacallit. Let's go with the balloon crossbow. I'm feeling memey. Basically, his very famous metaphor about the cave is that most everyday people are kept and live their life in a cave, aka the physical world, and only by the help of somebody who's been outside, quote unquote, quote quote, which is basically philosophers. He was talking about philosophers. Can they experience the real world and see what it's like? Now it sounds like absolutely insane. You're like, what was this guy rambling about? It's a bit complicated, but more or less what he was saying is that it's kind of like heaven as it is kind of like, basically, like, imagine you're at like a lake or something and there's like a pool of water somewhere, and you see a reflection of yourself in the pool of water. What he was basically saying is that our world is the world of the pool of water. It's like it shows off and it looks the same as the actual world, the one where you are in staring at the pool of water where you are getting shot at. What do I have? I've got regen and I've got a couple of other things. That hurt. I'm gonna guess I did not hear a single thing. I also don't have that much ammo nor grenades. I do have a good amount of healing though. Okay, I'll get back to philosophy in a minute. Whoa. Whoa, we hit him! Haha! I think this does like 1 damage, so it doesn't really matter, but it's funny! Funny has been accomplished. Okay, yeah, if you get hit with like 3 of those, you're absolutely screwed. That's amazing. I'm gonna be honest, I feel kind of bad, but seeing as they... Where's all their loot? Wait, what? Don't tell me it's stuck in the sky. Okay, never mind, that's a bit less fun. What do you mean at... Okay, so either A, that's a bug, or B, either A, that's a bug, B, they rage quit, or C, yeah, if you just kill somebody with this and they're stuck in the air, their loot is left floating in the air. Which it shouldn't, it should fall back down. Like it does with everything, but... I don't know. Anyways, where was I? So, yeah. Basically, he was saying that the world, the physical world, the one where you're standing and then you're looking into the pool of water, is the perfect world. Sorry. It's a world that, like, all of the like, truths of our universe can be found, such as the head idea, the idea of good, which is very vague, I know. He's a philosopher, he was a Greek philosopher, so... Yeah, that explains some stuff. Anyways, yeah, and then there's, like, stuff like beauty, truth, justice, that kind of stuff. Going down a scale, and then opposite things like love, hate, and other things. And yeah, and so then basically he said that the trick to it is basically how you would arrive at this world of ideas was by, like, liberating yourself mentally from the world of the physical, which in the story is shown by somebody coming into the cave and trying to, like, entice the prisoners there, who are like, well, yeah. I recommend looking up the actual story on your own because there's a bit more that explains a bit more, but the very short version is that you have prisoners in a cave chained and staring at a wall for their entire lives. All they see are shadows because there's like a giant big like torch behind them. I mean, just torch for the sake of convenience. Giant big torch behind them, like throwing shadows against the wall, and you have like little people, like little stick puppets and everything. And so the people see the shadows of the stick puppets, and that's what they see the reality is. They think that like a round stick puppet would represent, I don't know, the moon or something, because they've never actually seen the moon. All they've seen is the shadow of them, like this like idea of the moon. They've never actually seen the physical moon itself. Oh, we hit them. I also have a lot less ammo than I thought. Oh, that's a grenade launcher. Oh, okay, good job, me. Well, that was very concerning. Oh boy, I was not expecting somebody to just unload missiles on me like that. Well, good news, we got more ammo, and we actually got a good amount of loot. 4x scope, that will be nice. But, well, actually, 4x is a bit excessive. We can stick with 2x when we use the... Okay, whatever. Anyways, compensator on you. Fire fast barrel on this. I know it doesn't really need it, but I might as well. Anyways, what do we have for grenades now? Let's do some inventory management. We want an escape plan grenade. We've got that. We've got inconvenience and damage. In theory, if I do that, hold on. If I what happens if I? Whoa! Oh, yeah, no. Okay, good. So, I've just learned that the game takes inventories from your grenade leftmost wise, so it starts on the left instead of starting to the right. That's very handy to know. So, we're gonna leave the stun grenades in the rightmost slot. So that means the next time that we throw the whatchamacallit. Ooh, bouncy grenade. Next time we throw, or whenever we throw the implosion grenade, I wonder what happens if you hit somebody using a vehicle with this. Also, there's somebody behind me. It was either audio static or... Yeah, no, that's somebody in front of me. What am I getting hit with? What? It was probably a suppressed gun. Okay, that sucks. Well, this is not good. We're gonna have to crash land Area 64. Okay, let's not in the wall segment again, like we did last time. That was very embarrassing, I will admit. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically Plato's thinking, is that there's an additional world out there that's the true world, and that we're basically cursed to stick in this, we're cursed to live in this reality until we, curse or recoil, wonderful. Cursed to live in this reality until we can liberate ourselves or be liberated by a philosopher. He was a philosopher who basically thought philosophy should, like, rule. Yeah, I know it's a bit whack. You're like, wait, what? Philosophers don't know the first thing about, like, how to grow crops or something. It was Greece. It was a weird time. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Do I have a site for this? No. He's over there, but I don't have any grenades. I'm grumpy. Also, somebody's reloading right next to us. Ah! Ack! What did we pick up? Cardio. Good, we've got some passive healing. Yeah, we're gonna need it. Jeez. Just die already. Okay, good. They're dead. Time to run. Please tell me. Okay, we're gonna make it out with like a couple seconds to spare. Make sure we clear the blast zone. Pop healing. Okay, bad news. There's still somebody here. There's somebody behind us now shooting at us. Yep, that would be them. Okay, we'll do some evasive maneuvers. Okay, bad news. Good news, bad news. So good news first. We've taken out that guy, which means we can get back and loot him if we can get the chance. Bad words of justice. That's completely fine. I will take it. M16, no. Got cursive recoil, I've just realized. Oh, somebody's up there. There's the dude from earlier. That's the dude who was fighting us at the start. Hold on. Can I make the launch pad? Did you keep chucking grenades at me? Yeah, because... Of course he would. Because he doesn't want me getting near him. There we go. Cardio pog. Also, I'm saying that just for the memes. I would never actually unironically say that. What am I... What is going on here? Oh, that's a dynamite, and that's a missile. What is... What is this game? Oh no, that's a cage grenade. Oh, we are... Oh wait, no, you can... I forgot, you can just get out through the slats. And we're dead. Okay. What was that game? Like, seriously. I do not understand what happened there. Oh, looks like we've got some competition. Yeah, this is gonna be unpleasant. I need to stop doing that. Anyways, yeah. So, as I was saying, that's more or less Plato's thinking. So, what Nietzsche did was like, okay, Plato's absolutely nuts. This is not how the world works. Here's why. Basically, what Nietzsche said was that the ideas that Plato's thinking and society were based on were pretty much completely false, and that it had caused like an absolute destruction of values and like just, I suppose, moral integrity over the course of history. Because basically what he said is that, so what Nietzsche's ideas were that like, actually, hold on. I do not really remember, but because I had to stick like specific parts, not the whole theory. But more or less what he said like in his books, is that we as humans, like, there is only one world. There's our world, the one we live in, the one like that you can feel, you can act with. For him, there is no split world. There's no magical world of ideas. It's just the one you feel, and equally, like, reason and your, because Plato thought like what your feelings, like what you can feel and such, was absolute bogus. It was, you couldn't believe it. You had to use reason to find out the truth of reality. And Nietzsche was like, yeah, no, I can feel I'm holding an apple. There's an apple there. I don't need to do deductive reasoning and like an entire science experiment to realize that it's an apple. It's red. It's in front of me. I'm holding an apple. But then what he also said is that, especially like related to moral values. Sorry, chocolate break. Moral values was that, in contrast to Plato's, like, I suppose, ideas that he had taken from Socrates, of like an intellectual moralism, which I suppose would translate to like an interest or like a necessity to search for the truth and stuff like that. His was that the morals we create and the likes, hold on. Yeah, basically, what his ideas were is that the morals that we create and everything are strictly determined by what we need to survive. If, for example, let's say I'm stranded in the wilderness somewhere, like, let's say plane crash somewhere, a ton of people die and everything, it's morally okay for me to cook and eat their bodies because I need it to survive, otherwise I'm gonna die from the cold. Well, normal, like, traditional Plato philosophy would be like, you're absolutely insane, that's cannibalism. And Nietzsche would be like, well, yeah, it's cannibalism, but otherwise I'm going to freeze to death. So I'm just going to do it. And the last part, which is anthropology, aka how humans work, what he said, whatchamacallit, Plato said was that, there are two parts to the body, to a human, actually. It's not a body so much as it is a person as such. First off, you've got the, soul. Well, no, we've got the body and the soul, according to Plato. The body, actually, the body and the soul, but they're not, like, equal at all. Basically, the body is kind of like a styrofoam box, and the soul is like a very precious, there you go. A very precious set of jewelry, like diamond Fabergé eggs, which, look it up. And so basically, Plato was like, the body's pointless, it's just there to get our soul through the world so we can like progressively access more and more of the, whatchamacallit, let's go Snow Castle. So that we can access more and more of the world of ideas. Whereas Nietzsche was like, well, that's bogus. Completely. And so what his counterpoint was that, or like his counter theory, or his theory that was in counter to Plato's, there we go, that's actually correct, is that, the human is the human as such, like, you are you, you are you, I'm me, we're all our own people, but the reason we do, I suppose, the goal of life is to become a superhuman, somebody who's able to, like, push past our, like, human defects, which would be like a logical reason, stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure what qualifies for it, but, like, we need to push past our human defects to become superhumans, and then we can establish new values and, like, motives for doing things. It's a bit confusing. I'm not the best person to talk about it. I'm definitely not at all qualified. These are the ramblings of a person who was semi paying attention in philosophy class. So take it with a very, very, like, half a salt shaker of salt, frankly. But yeah, personally, I'm not a huge fan of Nietzsche's thinking. I think that he makes some good points, and especially, like, well, I like some of his philosophy. The part that says, like, God is dead, which is basically, as I said before, translates to, like, traditional Western philosophy has been corrupted and, like, mangled to the point where, like, the original fundamental values it was based on are basically long gone. That I do agree with. It's something that we see, like, a lot just in everyday society, and it is problematic, and it does happen. But the way he sees, like, morality and views, like, well, especially the way he views morality and the way he views, like, anthropology and just, like, humans as a whole, I'm not really in line with. Are there certain situations where you need to throw morals out the window? Yes, those do happen. They are very, very rare cases, and usually very extreme ones at that. But they exist, and it's important to be able to recognize them and not just have to suffer or die just because you have to follow a very strict and demanding moral code. Humans are meant to be flexible, and not being flexible can mean death. Amidst other less bad things, but death is definitely an option in some cases. I would also love a car here because this is a very far ring and I don't think I can make it actually. I'm gonna snag a bike. I could detour and take the launch pad on factory, but A, there's possibility that somebody's camping there. B, I want to ride the bike. The bike is fun. It's less conspicuous, and also there's no chance of me failing to get up the thing and then just dying. There is somebody there. I'm not gonna shoot him. I will have her throw down a grenade. Just for the heck of it. Well, no. First what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in the zone, and then we'll throw down a grenade or something. Wait. Not a very good shot, I must say. Either that or they're not shooting at me. No, they are. They're just very, very bad. Oh, somebody's right over here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Get him, bouncy grenade. Okay, I need to get out of this hallway and get past. Okay, that was me. I was hitting me, don't worry. The other person isn't actually in danger. Well, until a couple moments from now. AKA this instant, because I've thrown a glass splinter grenade into a very small hit. What? No. I headshot him. It said -30. What? Oh, this game is a mess. I very clearly... This is a problem after not having played in a couple of days. Or at least any shooters in a couple of days. Which is what's happened. Okay, we're probably going to want to drop back into point of interest. Anyway, so... yeah. Pretty fun. Now, the other one we saw... philosopher, that is... Ow, hold on. Engine, somebody's here. That's bad. We need to grab a gun and fast. And ideally, some kind of close-range weapon. Now, that may seem like a very bizarre statement I've just uttered. We need to grab a gun and then a close-range weapon. Like, aren't they one and the same? No. If I get, like, a musket or something, I'm not very good at close-range musket headshots. Which means that I'm probably pretty dead. Unless the other person just very kindly bides their time and waits for me. I'm gonna be honest, that last death was pretty avoidable. I whiffed a lot of shots, and especially when they were jumping towards me, I could have easily just gunned them down. When you don't play this game, after a while you forget how it runs, and especially because it's so dramatically different from every other game. Like, there's effectively no game on ever that functions the way this one does. Minus other games made by Landfall, of course. There was, I think, Nightfall, which was a very, very funny game where you had to race your horse across a map to get a rose to save a princess. Very fun game. Another April Fool's gag that they made. It was not as popular as this, sadly. But, yeah. That one also had pretty crazy physics. I think it also had, like, a handheld grenade launcher or something. Like, fully auto grenade launcher. I know the one in this game technically is. Where are you showing me? Fizzle's out there, which means if I can run over here, I can probably get a better angle. That's the bar. Do we want the bar? We're not taking the bar. We need to raise the bar, not lower it. I'm sorry, it's a dumb joke. I have a thing for dad jokes. As you may have noticed if you've been watching this channel for a bit. I think I see them. Yeah, no, I do. And we are not in zone. Wonderful. Well, let's hope this person does not have ears or is not paying attention. They're behind me, that's good. Well, no, it's not good. It means I can get shot back. It's relatively good. Because it means that they're not paying attention to me. Yeah, they're going around back here. Curse of rubber banding, I'm guessing. Oh, you were pretty stacked. AK, yeah, maybe else that's more useful than this. And then we're gonna swap out. No, and then we definitely want the PPSH. They had 0 blessings. Ah, jeez. Well, we got 5 alive. We're doing all right. Gonna throw a red dot on you. Follow the magical red line that shows me where an enemy is. It's very convenient. I have to say, the track spell is heavily underused. I think somebody's in that house from the looks of it. Let's see. I mean, if you shoot it over here and then it beeline, yeah, there's somebody in the house. Where? Yeah, they're like right there, 2nd floor. It's actually a very clever spot. You've got a good viewpoint of this side and that side. So here and here. And you're pretty safe. Whoa. Something's warping. Like, the scenery's warping. Weird. Must be a camera thing. Oh, yeah, I see him. What was that? Oh, God, they've got double shot. And I'm not in zone. Wonderful. Well, this is going to be very unpleasant. Let me guess, they're still in there. Yep. Well, I suppose I could give them a little... Oh no, they went out back. Oh! Oh, they just had a minigun. Okay, then. Yeah, no, I'm not winning that. AK and minigun. Yeah. Well then. Ooh. Duck shoes. No way. No. Don't tell me. Guys, rate my awesome trip. Okay, I'm done for today. I'm sorry. This is just too funny. Well, we did good. I need to practice more. But yeah, mainly just I suppose, try to avoid like day breaks. Mainly because it's A, really bad for my gameplay, and B, really bad for my channel. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the philosophical review, and I'll see you all tomorrow.